It is possible to reuse models from one source assurance project to a target assurance project by using a specific view called reuse. This view is particularly useful to reuse models completely. Double-clicking over any model of the source project allows reusing a subset of model elements, which can be selected manually by the user. The reuse view also allows users to filter specific subset of an evidence's model elements by different criteria instead of selecting them manually through a context menu using two reuse discovery engines, Elasticsearch and OSLC-KM. Before searching in an evidence model using Elasticsearch, it's necessary to configure the indexing preferences and not having firewall restrictions for the outgoing traffic through the port 9200. Before searching in an evidence model using Elasticsearch, it is mandatory to index its contents. By default, all the evidence model elements are selected for reusing. After selecting or unselecting a parent element in the tree, all its sub-elements will be selected or unselected automatically. When selecting or unselecting a sub-element, its parent's elements will also be selected or unselected. The Elasticsearch engine will only use the input text as search criteria. The results are shown with a color code. In green, the previously selected asset is a good candidate for reusing according to the introduced searching criteria. In red, the previously selected asset does not comply with the introduced searching criteria and therefore should be unselected to avoid its reuse. In yellow, the previously not selected asset is a good candidate for reusing and therefore should be selected to be reused. Press the Reuse Assistance Reuse button to start the copy operation of the selected modules and modules parts from the source project to the target project. Before using the OSLC-KM engine, it is mandatory to index the source project contents. This functionality requires internet access and no firewall restrictions for the outgoing traffic through the port 9999. The OSLC-KM engine will search reusable assets in the selected evidence model according to the input text and the selected criticality levels. If the option Modify Selection according to results is activated, the elements to reuse will be selected automatically according to the results of the search. In the example, the Moito system model evidence is good a candidate to be reused because it complies with the Software Integrity Checks Report artifact of the standard that the source assurance project must comply with. Software Integrity Checks Report must be generated to fulfill the requirement CR 3.4 Software and Information Integrity. CR 3.4 requirement has the SLC1 and SLC2 criticality levels selected previously as searching criteria.